Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Parvati here from Paro's Craftology. An art journal page, and we'll be using this transfer sheet from Craftangles, some foiling effects, some use of liquid watercolors, some use of the mist sprays that we have. So here's a quick look at all the products that we are using. This is Fashion 2 transfer sheet, very retro, very funky. 2 liquid watercolors and 1 mist spray, and I'll be using this transfer sheet butterflies too. So to start off, I'm just covering the bone of my journal, then just cutting out the pieces that I want from this transfer set. So as it's autumn, I have selected images that kind of goes well with the season. Now how do we use these transfers, right? So you just need to take out the plastic foil and then stick it onto any cardstock or any paper or whatever surface, right? And just rub and dab a nice amount of water using, and it's done. You may fussy cut the image as you like. I wanted to take this watercolor splashes that my image had. Now to start off with the backgrounds, I'll be using liquid watercolors in the shade Lemon Tart and Fudge, and color mist in the shade Autumn Blaze. I lightly sprinkle some water onto my journal pages so that my colors and now with the Fudge paint, I am simply sprinkling it so that I have a nice washed out effect of those as well. Now for the stamping, right? I'm using musical notes from Craftangles, and to stamp it I'm using archival ink from Ranger in the shade Black. Now to start off our layering, I'm using pages from using my hands. I wanted this image also to be fussy cut so that it kind of matches with the other one, so I just did that. Now for adding layers, I'm using some journal supplies that I had in my stash. Simply roughening up all the sides and then adding some distress inks. The shade I'm using here is Ground Espresso. Again, this is from Ranger. And to stick on our elements, I'm using acrylic soft gel. This is again from Craftangles. Autumn, winter, all these seasons, it reminds me of a nice cup of coffee, so I wanted that coffee element there. So you'll basically see me adding all these stamps and postcards and similar such stuff. Some old dried leaves. What am I doing here? It had some white edges which I didn't want. I wanted it to be covered in brown, so I use the same distress ink, ground espresso, to simply distress out those white pieces. And yeah. Now here what I'm doing is I'm using the leftover colors that I had to simply distress my images so that it matches the background that we are creating and doesn't look odd with that background. So yeah. Just to ensure that it is highlighted enough, and edging the image again. Now if you see, right, I have 2 pages painted over, and I don't have the spread all across the page. It is confined to a few focal points, right? So that is because it is more interesting, and yeah, it just develops a better interest when you are focusing on a certain bits of your composition. And if it's like all over the page, you won't get a focused attention. So I think it is important for any mixed media project, for that matter, be it canvas or be it art journal, or be it say mixed media layout or whatever, right? It should have a composition that focuses on some bits. And if you are doing say a journal like I'm doing here, with using both the pages, right, then try complementing each other. Like if I'm doing on one side, if I'm say doing it on top, then I might prefer to have my second composition on the other page towards the bottom. The whole purpose is to balance your composition so that it is appealing. Now as you can see, I am adding some maple leaves and some dried leaves etc. to the composition, because you know, right, in this month's theme, fall or autumn colors. So autumn automatically gets me this feeling of all the fallen maple leaves, those pretty sceneries that we have had as the. Now we'll do some stenciling, and for this I'm using the threads background stencil from Craftangles, and I'll be using some of the distress inks, again going with the yellow, orange and brown shades. Just randomly going about with these 3 shades and adding more textures and layer to our page. Now I'm using some washi tapes. now I'll be using this butterfly from the butterfly transfers, and this time I'm directly sticking it on because I want it to be merged with the background. Next, I'm adding some quirky quotes. These quotes are again from Tim Hall's Ideology series. These are again available with Handmade. So, all the links and description and everything is given in our blog. So, please do check them out for all the product details. Here, I'm simply adding some splatters using white and black gesso, and just to give it more interest, I'm using this raised stencil. This is again from Craftangles. I could easily say that it is one of the most versatile and one of my personal favorites. So here I'm just using it to, add that spotlight kind of effect on both my focal images. And now for the last step, I wanted to add some more lit and glam gilding flakes. So how you use it is you have to apply the foil magic, leave it for about say 20 to 30 minutes till it is completely transparent, and then rub off the excess and you have amazing foiled effect. So do check them. Till we meet again, it's Parvati signing off. Don't forget to subscribe.